So, after a great night's sleep and recharge at our EV-friendly Jeet, Lumafusion, it was time to head out on another me adventure. Today we've got a fantastic challenge for our little Citroen and me, because we are headed to one of the most beautiful mountain villages in the whole of France. In fact, it's regularly listed as such. It's the village of GOURDON. Today's drive should be quite something, because the village of GOURDON is built on a rock, on a vertiginous peak, Mr. Boo says, of 673 metres high?
760 metres.
760 metres, even higher. And it has a total population, this village, of 373. Mr. Boo has slept with all of them.
That's not true.
It's not true. But it should be quite a drive up here. And then when we go on to the waterfall, how much further is that, Mr. Boo?
About 15 minutes drive from the village.
15 minutes drive from the village. So are there any chargers in this village?
No, and it might be a bit of a Mr. Boo route.
I swear Mr. Boo deliberately selects dangerous roads to drive on. We really are. I'm conscious of holding people up here. We're coming up here at 29 kilometres an hour, and it's a 50 road. There's even a 30-year-old Renault behind us going quicker. Is it a Renault? Oh no, Peugeot. There he goes. That's brilliant. He's laughing at us. We're now down to 26 kilometres now. This is really tough on Elton. This is super tough. I may give him a breather halfway up. I don't want Elton run out of puff. He's 70 now, you know. Do you know he wet himself on stage? I was reading in his very funny, surprisingly funny autobiography. Really funny. And he talks about peeing himself in an adult nappy.
How delightful.
See? You get to know everything on this channel. It's super tough and super slow. So folks, anybody who wants to know just how slowly this vehicle can come up, this is a really steep and, more importantly, really long steep hill, relentless. You know, 29:30 up here does feel pretty slow, but hopefully we'll get there. I mean, maybe not till Christmas.
It's amazing views.
Wow, look down there. Let's have a look at the view, folks. Wow. Oh look, this is where the karting is, Mr. Boo.
Oh.
We thought about going to the karting. I don't know whether I trust myself with a go-kart.
People think this is already a go-kart, so...
They think this is a golf buggy.
It's a 90 road, this.
So this is the first time we've ever driven on a 90 road. We've driven on an 80 the other day, that was the first. Look at the swerves on this ahead, it's fantastic. Drop into 80 up here, not our speed, we're 37. Danger, men at work, and I come from a land down under. Oh yeah, where women go and make love. Is that what they sing? Can't remember. I met a strange lady, she made me nervous. She took me in and made me breakfast. I'm making the lyrics up as usual. This is good, this trench. I think it's cable they're putting in. for the one person who lives here.
For the 373 people that
Yeah,
live
but
in the Gourdon,
They need cable.
they want fibre, yeah.
They need a lot of entertaining in winter. There's long dark nights to come.
Very dark up here.
They get a fair bit of snow up here as well, don't you?
Yeah.
Quite soon, maybe. Although we're still in t-shirts today, it's definitely dropping the temperature. I think this could. Do you think this is the highest we've taken our Citroen? I don't know. I think we took it to a coastal village. That was 1,000.
Sant'Agnes is very high.
Yeah, Sant'Agnes, that video is worth checking out where we drive on the D22, which is one of Europe's most dangerous roads and is truly terrifying. This is nothing compared to that. It's getting pretty narrow here and it's two ways.
I think we're going to see our first glimpse of Gourdon.
Wow, we just saw something through the trees up ahead that looked like a village Perche. Might have been a bush shelter on stilts, but I think it was a village Perche. So that is Gourdon. 373 people, one church. Is it a restaurant?
I hope so.
Shut that window.
Who said that?
God, don't start. Oh, we are noticing we're getting much better at this gravelly driving. Obviously, the way to do it is not like that. Is not put your foot down. But sometimes I didn't know that was gravel, Mr. Boo. Wow, look at that up ahead. That is Gourdon. And how spectacular is that? Wow.
Told you it was high up.
It's magical. It's a little bit like Es Village on a rock, but the rock is even more spectacular, I'd say. Almost volcanic. There's no grass. It's just rock. Don't worry, Mr. Boo. It'll be a very quick death. What a drive. Look over there. Oh, I don't. Oh, here we go. Look, here's proof. The plus beau village de France. The most beautiful village in France, or one of them. If you happen to see the most beautiful village in the world, and if you did, was she like? Gourdon, there's the sign, there's proof we're here. Oh, look, electric. Oh, it's for bikes. Oh, oh, there's a golf buggy here, though.
That's a good sign.
Where do they charge their buggy up?
Don't know.
But some of those look electric over there. They're the council vehicles. I can't see any. But are there definitely chargers in this village?
Yes.
According to Charge Pass?
Yes.
I'm quite fancying the auberge de Gourdon for lunch. What do you think, folks? How do you make decisions about restaurants? I'm terrible. I look for something that looks a bit traditional, a bit authentic, a bit old school. I don't like anything too flash. Though sometimes you can be completely wrong and the flash places are really good. But I like something that seems to be of the area without too big a menu.
And it's got a red and white tablecloth.
And red and white tablecloths I'm a bit of a fan of. I mean, they're a bit of a cliche, but cliche is but a truism overused, isn't it, Mr. Boo?
Certainly is.
Charger in here.
We.
Maybe. There. Oh, it's Whiz. We're not using Whiz. Definitely, folks, do not use Whiz unless you have to, because this car costs about €13 to charge up on Whiz, and in truth it costs about €1.30, and in Prise Denise it's free. So I shall push rather than give my money to Wiz.
Yeah, whiz.
Is what I think. Wiz is a swizz, I'm afraid. There are plenty of other schemes around that are far, far more fairly priced. Certainly for a Citroen and me. I mean, I guess if you're 13 quid and you're getting a full charge of your Tesla, if it's for that, that's fine. But 13 quid for this, it's a rip-off. So we're gonna just nip down to that bistro and book, because even though it's 12:10 and it looked quite quiet, things have a habit of suddenly filling up in France. We've learnt that to our cost.
I've got a feeling they might be on a Fermeture Exceptional.
Oh, not another one.
A Citroen and me special.
Oh, it looks so nice.
And the internet says it's open, but it's not.
It is not just us, folks. It is staggering how many times you go somewhere and there is some kind of Fermeture Exceptional.
So there's a brasserie here in the other car park, and I think there's 3 other restaurants in the village, so we can have a little bit of an explore.
This one does pizzas feu de bois, which is pizzas on wood, isn't it? Which are usually quite tasty, and I can actually smell the smoke, so I don't know that I want a pizza. That looks like the little local diner that we'll do if we have to. But let's go up into the village and see if we can find something a bit more interesting. Yes, it's a little bit more touristy than it appeared when you came towards it, isn't it? But incredible views. Folks, there are like the remains of what I think was a rail viaduct just down there.
It was destroyed in the war.
In the war?
It was destroyed in 1944.
Wow, by the Germans.
Yeah.
So that's Barcelona.
That's Barcelona.
And we might try and do a vlog in Barcelona, because I'd heard you can drive through Barcelona. And you can see right on the horizon just the silhouette of the Marina Bay des Anges, which we did a vlog about, which is an incredible sort of marina development down on the Med.
It looks like a shark's fin.
It does. Or the Loch Ness Monster. You don't hear much of the Loch Ness Monster these days, do you?
I think he's retired. So here we are in the Place Victoria, which is the main square of Gourdon, and it is so named because Queen Victoria came in 1891. Mr. Boo fact.
How did she get here?
She came on the train.
Before the Germans bombed it?
Well, yeah, it was 1891.
Extend, if Queen Victoria came here in 1891, this has been a bit of a tourist destination probably ever since.
Yes.
Because most places that Victoria visited down here then went on to become, obviously they got a lot of publicity and went on to become tourist venues, but it may well be that because it had the train, it was already established as somewhere that Victorian travellers went to. It would have been amazing to come here by train. What a journey. So haven't you got a Mr. Boo fact about a famous film that was filmed here, Mr. Boo?
I have. Yeah.
Was it To Catch a Thief?
Well, actually, yes, To Catch a Thief were some scenes filmed here, but actually, Les Miserables was filmed here.
That cinematic classic, Les Miserables.
And Hugh Jackman comes up with a stick and some children through the village, like that.
Oh. Could you hear the people sing?
Singing a song for angry men.
It is the voices of a people who will not be slaves again. When the beating of the heart echoes the beating of the drum, there is a life about to start when tomorrow comes. I should have been in a musical theatre, you know.
You should, you really should.
So tuneful. It's got a rather fabulous WC. Look at that. I better not filming it, but wow, it's the Ancienne Ruelle de l'Église. Stroke WC.
There's the church. I wonder if we can get through this way. The church, and it's open.
Let's have a look. Pick up Halloween. Oh, it's very dark. I think they're saving electric, don't you? We're gonna have to put a penny in the box. Help them out. It's very gorgeous. We're debating where to eat. This one looks, well, it's a bit of a tourist hotspot, and I'm always a bit nervous that you're paying a premium and the food's not very good, but Mr. Boo doesn't fancy the foie de beau in the car park. Fair enough, so shall we give this a whirl?
It's up to you.
We'll give it a whirl. What have you got, Mr. Boo?
I've got a chèvre chaud that is actually a build-your-own chèvre chaud.
Wow, so there's no goat's cheese on the actual salad?
No, it's a plate of salad and then a bowl of molten goat's cheese.
Wow, that looks spectacular. It does look
very
spectacular. It'll keep you warm. And so, what are you going to do with it?
I think I'm
Pour
gonna
it on.
I'm gonna go for a. Ooh. I might go for a kind of a drizzly.
It almost
drizzly
looks like a sort of fondue.
Yeah,
A fondue goat's cheese salad.
that looks quite epic.
It does look quite epic. Tuck in, taste a bit. What's the cheese like? Just melted goat's cheese with herbs?
It is like a fondue.
That's what I thought.
There might even be some white wine in it.
What have you got?
I've got coq au vin. A classic, you know. But it's supposed to be a house special. It's very dark. So it's chicken in rich red wine. Oh wow, that is so strong. It's really, really winey. I think there may be some mushrooms there, but it's still meat. What do you think this is, Mr. Bill? I'm going to taste it.
Looks like apple almost.
It's delicious, but I'm not actually sure what it is. And then we've got little potatoes in a rich sauce, and Halloween's clambering up my leg to try and eat it. Very, very nice. Delicious. Well, that was delicious and quite a surprise because I wasn't convinced. I thought it's going to be a bit touristy and a bit rubbishy. Actually, I mean, the coq au vin was spectacular. But boy, do you need a nap after it. But the price wasn't bad either. I mean, the coq au vin was expensive. It was €30. But the overall was 56. But we didn't have any wine, did we, Mr. Boo? We were good today.
I don't think wine would be a good idea on that road.
That coq au vin was seriously heavy. And we've got to go now to this fantastic waterfall. So let's get going. And as we're making this drive up to the cascade, we've just had a news flash that the great British Prime Minister, the 44-day Prime Minister, I think it is, Liz Truss, is about to resign on the steps of Downing Street. So whilst Mr. Boo's getting his swimming trunks on, I shall be watching that.
Yeah, why don't you pull in to watch this, Boo?
Oh, I will.
The Conservative Party with a mandate to change this. We delivered on energy bills and on cutting national insurance.
Been a triumph, Liz.
And we set out
Best
a vision
PM ever.
for a low tax, high growth economy.
You've seen there's quite a few rocks on the road. So when this road was being built, I believe in 1907,
When you were a lad.
when I was a lad, 17 workers constructing this road were killed during a landslide, and it had to be finished with donkeys.
Well, there you go. Donkey Kong. Do you remember that film?
It was a video game.
Cascade de Soda Loop. Is that where we're going?
That's where we're going.
Phew! This journey's lasted longer than Liz Truss's premiership.
I'm afraid we do have to pay
How
to
much?
see it. It's €1 each.
€1 each. You wonder why we asked for coffees. Let's go and see the cascade. Well, it's just marvellous, Mr. Boo. Look at that. I mean, you do bring me to the best places.
Come on, it's this way. Just so you know, the snack bar is closed on a Thursday, so good job we're not here for lunch.
You're paying, it's €1. It's got a machine. Oh, look, Mr. Boo, you can't swim,
Oh.
but you can pay.
Okay, 2 persons.
Very advanced. Look at that.
No ticket. You can go around the turning station. I'm going to go around.
Oh, hand sanitizer. Well, I don't like these. I once got stuck on one of these in Berlin in a gay club. Oh, oh look, the history. How long's it been here since there was a restaurant bar here? Going right back, looking at it, I would say the 30s. Wouldn't you? Yeah, it's interesting, this area. You realise that it's been a sort of tourist destination for possibly 120 or more years, hasn't it?
Yeah, actually, at the beginning of the 1900s, although you're joking about how much it's just cost, they asked for 50 centimes to keep
Wow!
to let people in and to come across the bridge.
And I tell you what, it is quite magnificent. Look at this. Wowza. It really is magical. It's the best euro you'll ever spend. Look at that.
Let's go down here.
Oh, it just ends here. Wow, it's sort of all held together. You remember I was showing earlier in the video about those poles that hold the rocks in? There's some more here, look. It's, I wouldn't lean too heavily on this fence. Well, that was GOURDON and that was the cascade. If you've enjoyed this video, please give us a like, please give us a comment, perhaps buy us a coffee. It was €1 to get in here. We'll see you on the next one. Remember, stay charged.